Today I'm filming an interview for an indie documentary movie.
Scene 2, take 1, marker.
I just want to show you what I'm going to bring with me in terms of equipment. But before that, I just want to say that it's very important to have a game plan. By game plan, I mean there are a few different things. You have to know a location, you have to know who's going to be responsible for what, but also it's very important to have a mood board which is going to be dictating the equipment you're going to bring with you. In today's case, I know that it's going to be a close-up shot, which means I need to bring my 50mm, maybe 35mm, and just in case I want to bring up 85mm to see how it's going to look if the space allows. Also, it's going to be very basic setup in terms of lighting. It's going to be key light, fill light, and some kind of rim light or background light. So what do we have here? Obviously the main camera, which is Sony FX3. The secondary camera, it's my old A7III. We don't need to have a secondary camera, but it's always nice to have a backup. Of course, tripod, batteries, set of SD cards formatted and cleaned up. I have 4 cards with 128 gigabytes of storage, which I'm filming in 4K, 24 frames per second, which equals about 2.5 hours. 4 cards, and the reason for 4 cards, there is no way I'm gonna have that much footage. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna record video at 2 cards at the same time, so I can hand out one of the cards to the producer of the movie, and we don't have to deal with the copy pasting the footage on hard drives and so on. And it's also nice to have a copy just in case. In D-filter, which is very important to have. 3 lenses, as I mentioned before, 55mm, 35mm, and 85mm. Most likely it's going to be 55mm for our shot today, and this is again dictated by the mood board we have. But also I think I'm gonna bring 35mm and try out a crop mode on Sony FX3, so it's gonna be very close to 50mm shot, and 85mm just to try it out to get a feel how it's gonna look if the space allows to move around. Also, I love to clean up my equipment before the shoot just to make sure that I don't have any surprises in terms of like dust on the lenses and so on. Nice and clean. In terms of lights, I always bring my MC Aputure MC lights if I need some kind of practical light on the background. The key light is gonna be Aputure 120D, and probably the other light is gonna be Aputure 60. So this is gonna be our reflector. I love to bring it with me, and just in case I need to hang up something to block out the light. And this is probably gonna go on this stand over here. You put the clamp on the stand and you just clamp something to block out the light. Very important piece of equipment, small rig V-mount battery. So you know that not out of battery in the middle of the shoot. And just in case, I'm gonna bring some microphones with me. I'm not worried about microphones right now because I know we're gonna have another person responsible for sound, which is really nice. All this stuff should fit in the Peak Design camera cube and then goes into Peak Design backpack. Also, make sure that everything is charged and SD cards are cleaned up. Here we go, all the equipment fits into this little box. This is what we have here. It's a little bit rainy outside, but everything good to go. The car is loaded and we just have to drive to the location, unpack, set up. It's gonna be Nice filming day. This is Daniel, our director, and we're gonna set up the interview shots today with this little lovely space.
This is getting crazy.
So this is our setup. We have camera over here with 85 millimeters
About 50 feet down is 32.
Godox. Then we have Aputure 120D, couple small MCs here and over there in the practical light. And then we have another light over here as a rim light.
As close as I can without bumping the camera. All right, so you can see me. Does that seem natural? Part 2 of, gee whiz, very long, fascinating interview with the best storyteller in the world.